In this day and age, everyone talks about how to save time, but no one talks about how to save energy. But saving energy is so much more crucial because at the end of the day, we are always running out of energy. And when we get up from bed, we don't feel the energy to start the day with progressive manner. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some tips and tricks through which you can save energy, and it will help you in the long run as well. So let's get started. Number one, don't overthink. When we are faced with a situation where we feel like we don't know what the answer to the situation will be, we tend to overthink. Let's say that someone is texting us. For example, let's say that someone isn't texting us or we are not getting the reply that we want to get, and we are overthinking that are they angry with us, or what is happening in their mindset, or what is going in their head, and we try to think about certain scenarios or a numerous amount of scenarios where we feel like we may have done something wrong which led us to this kind of situation. But it is very much vital for you to understand the fact that it consumes a huge amount of energy because you're creating scenarios that doesn't exist in real life, and you're trying to come up with numerous solutions which is consuming a huge amount of power and energy from your body, and that is going to make you weak by the end of the day, and it is going to drain away your energy to work on other aspects that might require more vigilance from your part. So it is very much vital to actually not overthink and try to solve the matter by communication. If someone isn't texting you, text them, give them a follow-up text and ask them that is something wrong, or is there any particular activity that made them angry, or is that any reason why they're acting like this, or their reason for delaying their reply. Maybe that they're busy, or maybe something is happening in their life, you don't know. So instead of overthinking, I would suggest that try to communicate efficiently, and it will help you to stop overthinking. Number two is don't fight in online or in comment sections in social media, because what it does is that you're going to fight in a comment section trying to prove a point to someone that you don't even know. So it's just pointless because these people doesn't serve any purpose in your life, and you probably don't even know them. So when you're fighting online about a certain scenario, about a certain an idealistic situation or a situation that you have made up in your mind, and you're trying to prove that point to the others in a social media, and some people are angry about the way you're thinking, or angry about the fact that about literally a fictional thing that doesn't even exist. There were times when I used to fight about anime characters and Goku beats Saitama or something like that. Literally stupid stuff that not even the mangakas or the comic artists care about those facts. So what are the point? What good does it even do for me fighting about those things that has literally no purpose in real life? What it does is that it takes away an enormous amount of energy from our body, and it literally will never benefit any of us in the real life or in the real world. So it's pointless to fight in comment sections based on nothing, because you're not proving anything. If you create a post or create a thread and try to be productive, but if someone wants to fight you, just ignore those comments, because there will be negative comments in your life, because everyone isn't going to agree with what you are, with your opinion. So sometimes it is okay for people to disagree, just ignore them if you want, and if you feel like you can make it a constructive criticism, then go for it, but don't dwell in that post or in that comment for a longer period of time, because it will just create negative energy inside of you. It will create a rage, anger, and it will get you down in the vibrational frequency as well, and you will feel sad, you will feel depressed for literally something that doesn't even exist. So what's the point of fighting in the comment section if it doesn't serve any purpose in your real life? So try to let go of all these nonsense fights in the social media if you can, to save up a lot of your energy. Number three, be authentic, because when we are being fake, we are losing a lot of our energy, because we are trying to create a scenario that we don't support and we don't think that is going to help us in the long run, but we are still trying to be in that fake scenario to fit in a certain amount of, in a certain society or in a certain group. Most of the time it happens when we are in a group and everyone likes a certain movie or a certain song, and we also go on with that flow and say that yes, I also like this song or this movie, I also loved it. But in real life you literally hated that, and you're afraid to tell that in front of the group because you feel like you are going to be an outcast in the group if you say that. But if you are being authentic, you will be in such a higher level of frequency, and you will be secreting such an energy that people will actually respect you in that group. I can guarantee you that your respect will actually go high, because you're not going with the flow. You're being in your real self, your authentic self, and you're showing people that I don't care if I don't like a certain amount of thing, because this is my authentic self and this is how I don't need to fit in a group. But if I'm contributing in a group, I'm going to be authentic, because this authenticity has the higher level of frequency and the vibrational chart, and it will give you peace and joy, which will help you to be motivated and inspired, and it will save up a huge amount of energy in your life. You'll be so much energetic by being authentic, you have absolutely no idea, and it will help you so much in the long run to be motivated as well. So it is very much vital to be authentic rather than being fake to just fit in a certain social group or something. Number 4, instead of just speaking all the time, sometimes listen. Because when you're speaking, you are just wasting a lot of your energy. Sometimes maybe people in the group, or people where sometimes maybe the group that you're speaking to already know the stuff that you're saying, and it will be pointless to keep repeating the same thing, because your respect isn't going to go high, or your self motivation isn't going to go high just because you're saying something that already everybody knows. So sometimes it is better to just observe, see how people react to certain situations. And it also does another good thing is that while you're speaking, and another good thing that it does is that while someone is speaking something that you are also about to speak, you get to see what others are going to how you get to see how others are going to react to that particular comment. And if you see that there are lots of negative views on that comment, then you can be aware, and you can save you will be saving yourself that thank God I didn't speak earlier, because he took the blow for me, and I can learn from the way he spoke is that yes, I also don't want that to happen. So that is why sometimes speaking less is very much vital, to just because you have to observe first. Nelson Mandela's father told him specifically that always be the last one to speak in the circle, because when you are speaking at the last because when you're speaking last, you get to hear everyone's opinion before you can put forward your own opinion. You get to know how others are reacting to that particular opinions before you can put on your opinion as well. So it is very much crucial to listen before speaking. It gives you that time to think as well, and it gives you that time to critically solve some problems as well. So it is very much important that you listen sometimes, just instead of speaking all the time. Number 5, the most vital thing that can save up a huge amount of energy, and which is the most applicable in our day-to-day lives, is to stop being a perfectionist. Perform the 80-100 rule. Now, the 80-100 rule dictates that, let's say that you want an A in a course. Now, you can get an A by getting 80, and also you can get an A by getting 100. Now, if your target is only an A, then I would suggest that the point where you realize that you have already achieved 80, just stop wasting your energy on that subject anymore. Because if you put more energy into that subject, maybe you will get 100. So if your target is to get 100, then you can keep projecting energy. But if your target is to only get an A, then I would suggest you to stop putting your energy into courses that you have already secured an A, and put energy into other courses where you need to put more focus on. Because it's no use if you get an A by scoring 100 in one course and you get a B in another course, because you were too busy projecting your energy into this course for by getting 100, and you got 79 in another course. But if you would have put a less bit of effort in this course, and let's say you scored a 85 or 90 and you scored 80 in another course, then you would have had 2 A's in 2 courses instead of an A and a B in another course. So sometimes it is not wise to keep putting energy into stuff where you have already met the requirements for a certain amount, for a certain job. So you can follow the 80-100 rule in other aspects of life as well. Let's say that you have completed a certain task and you have other tasks already aligned, and you want to be perfect in a certain amount of tasks. So what it does is that it takes away energy from other tasks, and you are going to score maybe well in one task and poor in other tasks. But instead of that, you can just score better in all the tasks aligned together, right? So I would suggest that you follow the 80-100 rule in all aspects of your life. Because if you don't be a perfectionist, if you are just working towards a certain amount of goal, if you have a goal where you want to save up energy and complete a maximum amount of work by being efficient, then stop being a perfectionist. It is going to be very much helpful in saving up a lot of your energy. So if you follow these 5 energy techniques that I have just taught you, it will save up a huge amount of energy and you will feel less drained at the end of the day, and it will help you to remain motivated and get you up from bed early in the morning so that you will feel like you are relaxed and you have all the energy to conquer the world today. So I hope you guys like this video. If you want more content like this, please do mention in the comment section below, and please subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.